Good morning. US markets were down 0.5% yesterday. Asian markets are down around 1% this morning. China's GDP grew 5.2% in the fourth quarter. And property market in China remains under pressure with December month new home prices falling at the fastest pace since 2015, marking the sixth straight month of decline. So in the November month, the new home prices had come down by 0.2% month on month, while in December month, they came down by 0.4%. So sustained weakness in property sector, which accounts for almost 25% of China's economy, could be a drag on the country's broader recovery. Country Garden, which is China's largest real estate developer, has warned that uh, you know, uh, 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 for the entire calendar year 2024, also the property market can continue to remain weak. So sentiment in China will have a negative bearing on the global growth. Uh, Thank you. I will now hand over the call to the technical team.
Thank you, Jan. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the market is likely to open with a gap down since the Asian markets are not doing really very well. This notation 200 points downside, so we believe that our market is likely to open close to that level itself. On the technical front, we have seen that the Nifty was facing a very strong resistance nearby 20,100 levels from the last two trading sessions. Now, for the today intraday purpose, the support was sliced at 21,940 levels. In 21,840 levels. Any move below that level, we witness more selling pressure, which might take a Nifty towards 21,700 to 21,640 levels on the downside. Whereas on high side, as of now, the resistance will face at around 22,000 levels, which will act as a psychological resistance level. If it's maintained that level today on the closing basis, then only we can witness some sort of a pullback rally and which might run a Nifty towards 20,200 level. But overall, the market is looking cautious for the today's intraday purpose. The view is definitely positive. One should book their profits at the higher levels because corrections cannot be denied after such kind of a rally. One can carry the long positions by maintaining the strict stop losses. Coming towards the bank nifty, 48,400 is the first resistance zone. Above that level, 40,600 levels can be seen, whereas the support is placed at around 48,000 psychological mark. Any move below that level will see extension of this fall towards 48,000, 47,800 levels. Coming towards the Fin Nifty, 21,450 is the first support level. Below that level, 21,400 levels can be seen, whereas the resistance is placed at around 21,560, 21,620. Coming towards the stock specific, yesterday we have initiated a Bata sell call. So one can go for a short in this particular counter. We believe that selling pressures can be witnessed in this particular counter, which might take a Bata towards to 1520 on the downside. So one can go for a short with a stop loss of 1610. Ambuja Cement also really looks weak on the technical front. From the last 2 to 3 trading session, we are witnessing a selling pressure in this particular stock. We are looking for a target of 496 to 480 levels on the downside. One can go for a short with CMP as well by maintaining the stop loss 542. That's it from my end. I request the derivative team to take a call forward.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So on the derivatives front, as we are seeing that the resistance which was there in the Nifty was at 22,100 level. Yesterday, Nifty managed to break that resistance but could not get a stable about that level. And from that level, we have seen that continuous selling pressure was been witnessed in yesterday's session, not only in the large cap but also from the mid cap front also. So this was the first direction towards a negative sentiment. Another thing which took place in yesterday's session was OI positions. We have seen that the major call writer positions got added up in yesterday's session from 22,000 to 22,200 level. Call writer position got aggressively on where against a put writer. We have seen that the liquidation took place on the put writer front. So this is a negative sentiment for the market. Currently, the support which is facing right now, and the Nifty will be at 21,700 level, where we are seeing that again the put order position is holding strongly for the complete Jan series. Once if Nifty goes below 21,700 mark, then we will see initial fall towards the 21,400 to 21,300 level. But once if Nifty managed to take support of 21,700 level, then again we will see pullback from that level towards the 22,050 to 22,100 marker. So for today's trading session, we expect of the Nifty is open likely to around 200 points on the lower end. So once if Nifty comes near 21 800 to 21,750 level, at that point of time we should wait for the stability. Once the stability took place near that level, then we can take a new long position with the support of 21,700 level. But once if Nifty goes below 21,700 level, then the long position whomsoever is holding on the stock specific front also need to be exited for some point of time, because from that level we will see major short creation in the market, which will trigger all the long positions, and which might take Nifty towards the 21,400 300 level. So hold the long, if you're holding long position, place a strict stop loss toward 21,700 level. While on the stock specific and sector specific front, counter that looks negative in today's trading session will be Apollo Tire, Coforge, Birlasoft looks negative. While on the positive front, metal counter can seem to be go on the positive front, as we have seen the major long position which was has been witnessed in yesterday's session was from the metal front. So we expect metal counter to be on the positive front. So counter from the metal sector will be Hindalco, JSW Steel, and Tata Steel looks positive in today's trading session. So that's it from derivative front. Thank you.
Yeah. PNC Infra, yesterday also it was in news that it has sold 9,000 crore worth of road projects to an InvIT company. And today also company has bagged an order worth 1,174 crores in Bhopal for road construction. So that's again positive. In DCB Bank, RBI has approved appointment of Praveen Kutti as MD and CEO. Murli Natarajan will be going out, and Praveen has been part of DCB Bank since last 16 years, and he manages retail, SME, and agri banking. That's overall neutral for DCB Bank, as an insider is again becoming MD and CEO. We were expecting that probably if somebody from outside comes from some private bank, then that could be seen positively by the market, but that has not happened. HDFC Bank result is in line with expectation. On positive side, advances grew by 4.9% sequentially. Cost to income stabilized at 40%. Credit cost came at 85 basis points versus last quarter 60 basis points. This was due to one-off contingent provision of 25 basis points. So adjusting for that, even credit cost was stable. On negative side, deposit growth was sluggish at just 2%. Bank will find it challenging to grow deposits at a faster pace due to tight liquidity conditions. So deposit is clearly a challenge going forward, and also net interest margins declined from 3.85% to 3.6%. So almost a 25 basis points decline in NIM. So both these points are the challenges for HDFC Bank going forward, and that is why from a near-term perspective we are neutral, but from long-term point of view we remain positive. Bank of Maharashtra result has improved. Profit increased 10% sequentially. ROA improved to 1.5%. Slippages were stable at 1.2%. GNPA continues to decline from 2.2% last quarter to 2% this quarter. So all parameters are good in Bank of Maharashtra except for the valuations, which are at almost 2 times price to book. So for a bank having 1.5% ROA to command a price to book of 2 times, it seems to be that there is not much left on the table. But yet there's so much momentum that the stock keeps making new highs. But looking at valuations, we are neutral over here and prefer other PSU names like Bank of Baroda, Canara, or UBI. Federal Bank result is marginally above expectation. Net interest margin declined over here as well, just similar to what we saw in HDFC Bank. However, provisions came at 91 crore against expectation of 157 crore, which led to beat in profits, which came at around 1,000 crores versus expectation of 920 crores. Slippages and GNPA were stable at 1% and 2.3%. We remain positive on Federal Bank. ICICI Lombard General Insurance result is marginally below expectations. Gross direct premium income grew by 19% year on year, which is good. Profit also grew by 22% year on year. But it came slightly below expectation. Market share increased by 10 basis points quarter on quarter. It's at 8.8% now. We are positive on ICICI Lombard. ICICI Securities result has improved. Brokerage and commission income came at 844 crores, which is almost flattish on a quarter basis. We have seen this similar kind of trend of flattish revenues in 5paisa and Angel Broking as well. So that remains the case with ICICI as well. EBITDA, however, grew by 12% sequentially in case of ICICI Securities, mainly because of a decline in OPEX. So that's the key driver. So we may see some short-term spike in the stock, but as such, revenue being flat is not like a very positive sign. So although from a near-term perspective, stock can do well. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Good morning. LTTS has posted marginally below expectation numbers for the quarter with CCQQ growth revenue coming in at 0.9%. EBIT margin came in muted at 17.2%. However, the company has reaffirmed its FY24 USD revenue growth guidance of 17.5 to 18.5% in CC terms. This indicates a ask rate of 4 to 7% in Q4, wherein management is confident of achieving the lower end of the guidance and would be working towards meeting 7%, and growth will be broad-based, bearing medical, which is expected to be muted. For CY24, management is broadly confident as they don't see cuts in CY in the budgets in CY24. They see steady or slightly higher in CY24. The company continued to maintain EBIT margin guidance at 17% for FY24 and medium-term EBIT margin aspiration of 18% in H1 FY26. Stock is trading at a PE of 37.7 times FY25 EPS. Outlook is long-term positive. Thank you.
Good morning. Balaji Amines has commenced commercial production of N-butyl amines plant at its which is situated at Solapur, Maharashtra, with effect from yesterday. It has an annual installed capacity of 15,000 metric tons. So this is neutral for the company. Himadri Specialty Chemical Limited posted the results yesterday, and results has improved. Revenue grew by 1.5% on a YY basis and sequential growth of 4.8%. In terms of volume, it has observed 26% growth. If we look at the 9-month performance, volume growth stood at 10% on a YY basis and revenue degrew by 4%. EBITDA margin reported at 16.5% versus 15.7% in the last quarter and 10.1% in the last year. This was led by change in product mix and brought about the operational efficiency. The stock is trading at a PE of 44.7 times to TTM EPS. Credo Brands Marketing Limited posted quarter 2 FY24 results. The results were okay. Revenue grew by 16% on a YY basis. If we look at the revenue contribution from the structure, so it has opened 18 EBO stores during the quarter, and EBOs contributes around 50% of the overall revenue, followed by multi-brand outlets, which is at 25%. In terms of product mix, shirt and bottom wear contributed around 42% and 40% respectively. The same store sales growth for EBOs degrew by 4.7% for the quarter compared to quarter 2 FY23, and it was flat on a half-yearly basis. The management highlighted that some demand which was linked with the festive season has been deferred to third quarter, which is comparatively lower growth for quarter 2. And EBITDA margin reported at 34.3% versus 25.5% in the last quarter and 35.99% in the last year. With regards to top line, the management has indicated in its interviews that the first quarter performance has always been the 18 to 20% of its annual sales. Thus, one can expect approximately rupees 600 crore of sales for FY24 with sustained margins of 30%. The stock is trading at a PE of 22 times to TTM EPS, which is attractive when compared with industry peer valuations. Thus, we are positive on the stock. Thank you.
Commodities team can take over.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jian. Good morning, everyone. So we are expecting a cool off in commodity prices. So gold, one can initiate a sell around 60 to 200 to 250 levels. On downside, we are expecting 61 800 to 700. And similarly, silver also we are expecting 71 500 to 71,000 on downside. So selling around 70 to 300 is recommended with a stop loss of 70 to 850. In crude oil, we are expecting some downside and prices are expected to test 58.70. So selling around 6020 is recommended. Stop loss of 6100. Natural gas is expected to test 230 to 25 on lower end. So wait for a pullback and one can sell. Prices are resisting 245 to 47. So any pullback till these levels one can sell. Else one can initiate a buy around 225 for a pullback and maintain a stop loss of 215. Copper also prices are expected to test 711, 708. So prices are resisting 716. So could be in a range bound movement, but one can trade within the range. In zinc, 222 is acting as a support. So unless it is broken, we maintain a buy and prices are expected to test to 227 to 28 on upside. So that's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take the call forward.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. Today's trading session in USD we are expecting some sideways to bullish momentum. So one can initiate a long positions in the range of 83.12 to 83.09 levels with the stop loss of 83.05 levels for the target of 83.24 and 83.29 levels. In GBP INR, if prices breaks the level of 104.93 levels, then one can initiate a short positions for the target of 104.75 levels with a stop loss of 105.25 levels. In Euro INR, one can initiate a short positions in the range of 90.53 levels with a stop loss of 90.73 for the target of 90.29 and 90.17 levels. Thank you.